Now, how about we turn on some lights? There, that's better.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our favorite moments from the Fallout TV series. There will be some spoilers ahead for the finale. Number 10. The Great War. Until Fallout 4, we'd never seen the Great War with our own eyes, but that game opened with the bombs falling on Boston as people descended into Vault 111.
That Los Angeles sunshine coming through? Al, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't do the weather if I don't even know if there's going to be a next week.
Happy thoughts today.
To bring everybody up to speed, the TV show also opened with the war itself. As rich people gather to watch television, Janie Howard notices a mushroom cloud blossoming in the distance.
Is it your thumb or mine?
Cooper briefly thinks it's a fire before the penny drops. Everybody runs for their lives as atomic fire strikes Los Angeles, with bombs erupting in every direction, dosing Cooper with enough radiation to turn him into a ghoul. The war lasted for only 2 hours, destroying the old world in less than a day. Number 9. Philly Shootout.
You know your kind ain't welcome here.
Well, maybe not. But I'm gonna make myself welcome.
Our 3 leads meet early on as they all arrive in Philly, a small town somewhere in California. Max wants Wilczek because the Brotherhood does. The Ghoul wants Wilczek because there's a huge bounty on his head, while Lucy just wants to find her dad, which involves delivering Wilczek into the arms of Moldaver.
I'd offer you one of these cherry tomatoes, but you got a hole in your neck.
The Ghoul cements his status as a new iconic Fallout character by triggering a huge shootout with everybody trying to claim the bounty on Wilczek's head.
She said stand down.
He even holds his own against Max when he arrives in Titus's stolen power armor, which is certainly impressive. Number 8. Arriving at Vault 4.
I think these people are trying to trap us here.
No, they're not.
Lucy still has an idealistic view of the vaults, while back in Vault 33, Norm is slowly unraveling the truth about Vault-Tec. Fans of the games will already know that nothing is as it seems where Vault-Tec is concerned, but Lucy learns this along with the franchise's newcomers.
Overseer Benjamin, this is Lucy and Titus.
Hey guys, just wanted to say hi.
Hello.
The first clues that something is wrong in Vault 4 are the strange mutations the inhabitants have. A human cyclops and people with extra ears and noses aren't the standard mutations people in the wasteland get. She begins to investigate.
Stay out of level 12. Obviously, we'd prefer you not go there. Oh, and we only have 1 foosball table. So.
It's one of the show's funniest moments. It's no wonder we saw a bunch of Vault 4 scenes in the trailers.
I grabbed a moldy one.
Number 7. The Ghoul Wakes Up. After seeing Cooper ride his horse through LA as the bombs fall, we don't see him again until the end of the first episode, when he rises from the grave.
Well. Why, is this an Amish production of the Count of Monte Cristo, or just the weirdest circle jerk I've ever been invited to?
This is the first real introduction to mutants we have in the series, though other notable mutant races like the super mutants don't appear as the ghoul is awakened.
Now you don't even know us.
No, I do not.
It's a classic Western moment as they try to bargain with him, and Cooper, now extremely jaded and cynical after 200 years roaming the wastes, delivers one-liner after one-liner.
Well, I tell you what, boys. Whenever somebody says they're doing one last job, that usually means their heart's not in it.
Fallout's West Coast games have always taken inspiration from Westerns, and the Ghoul's entire character is an homage to that. Number 6. The Raiders.
So, who am I marrying?
The Wasteland is a dangerous place, and there are plenty of groups who want to break into the vaults to make use of their safety and the luxuries they provide.
I'm Lucy. Do you have a name?
Monty.
This is what initially appears to have happened in the first episode, though we won't spoil what's actually going on.
You're from the surface.
Vault 33 is part of a trio of vaults, and they're exchanging dwellers with Vault 32 to maintain genetic diversity. One of these dwellers is destined to marry Lucy. It's not until much later, though, after they've tried to tie the knot, that she realizes he's a raider after her Geiger counter reads him as being radioactive.
When you find your
A gruesome fight breaks out between the dwellers and the raiders. Number 5. Cooper's commercial.
Yep, it's me, Cooper Howard. Star of stage and screen.
We see Vault-Tec information reels and branding throughout the games, with Fallout 2 opening with a Vault-Tec video explaining what life on the surface will be like. But it was fascinating to finally see some Vault-Tec propaganda in live action as Cooper becomes the company's public face because of his wife's job as an executive.
Now that right there is Vault 4's 3-foot thick lead casing. Strong enough to keep out the rads and the reds.
He takes us through Vault 4 and introduces us to a group of scientists who will be in charge of the vault.
No, Lloyd and Cassandra here are both scientists, specializing in the effects of radiation on human DNA.
That's right. And we'll be living and working right here in Vault 4.
Of course, we later find out that this doesn't go well for them, which is hardly surprising. We also learn that even before the war, many people were suspicious of Vault-Tec.
Fellas, are you happy?
Number 4. Snip Snip. In exchange for the mysterious yellow liquid Cooper needs so that he doesn't turn feral, he decides to sell Lucy to a group of organ dealers living in an abandoned super-duper mart.
I say you've lost a finger. Ah, that won't do at all. Let's get you taken care of. Follow me.
Initially, she thinks she's there to receive medical treatment and is greeted by a surprisingly friendly Mr. Handy robot named Snip Snip, voiced by Matt Berry.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
Huh?
Though he repairs her hand with a new finger, he then announces that she's going to serve an entirely different purpose.
Snip Snip, tell them what Abraxo does to the human body.
If you've got a clog that's full of muck, trust Abraxo draining fluid to get it unstuck. It's very poisonous.
Lucy is able to defeat Snip Snip and then use a syringer, a gun you can craft in Fallout 4, full of Abraxo drain cleaner to bargain her way to freedom. Number 3. The Meeting. In the final episode, we learn the truth of how the Great War started. According to the show's interpretation, it was begun by America's large corporations, summoned to a sinister meeting by Vault-Tec's executives.
We have over 100 vaults spread across America.
They met with the heads of other recognizable companies in the Fallout world, Westtech, Robco, Repcon, and Big Mountain, to decide that actually, total nuclear annihilation is going to be more profitable for them than allowing peace negotiations to go through.
But we're talking about making a significant investment based on a hypothetical. How can you guarantee results?
By dropping the bomb ourselves.
Vault-Tec also distributes control of its vaults among these companies to conduct their twisted experiments.
We have been developing a robot that delivers milk to the front door. It's quite intelligent. I would like to see a vault governed by it.
Gamers will recognize Mr. House as the face of Robco, but also Frederick Sinclair representing Big MT, a deep cut from New Vegas' DLC.
Call this what it is, bud. Your sales aren't up to snuff, and you need money.
You're one to talk, Freddy boy. You could lose money running a casino.
Number 2. The Gulper. Our first taste of Fallout's notorious mutant fauna was when the Yao Gui attacked Titus and Maximus, but a more interesting mutant appears later, the Gulper. Gulpers appeared as enemies for the first time in Fallout 4's Far Harbor DLC, but here they're much more formidable. This mutant axolotl initially appears when it attacks Lucy and steals Wilsig's head, which leads to the ghoul using her as bait to lure it out. They don't manage to retrieve the head at this point, with Max and Thaddeus arriving soon after to track the same thing. It attacks them and they manage to defeat it, though another Gulper later appears in Vault 4. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Final Showdown.
Tomorrow, so they say, will be a lovely day.
The final battle is between the Brotherhood of Steel and LA's remnants of the New California Republic, as Lucy simultaneously tries to deal with the leader, Moldaver, in exchange for her father's life. The charge is led by Maximus, who's been forgiven by the Brotherhood for Titus's death. We've had plenty of vintage needle drops throughout the series, borrowing licensed tracks from the in-game radios, but this one hits different.
Sunday or Monday.
The Brotherhood outmatch their enemies with advanced armor and weaponry, and battle in slow motion, and we finally get to see what the Knights are capable of in large numbers, setting the stage for Season 2. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.